Today, we're going to be talking about a new era for perpetual contracts on the Flare network through the Flamix decentralized exchange. Welcome back, Flare community. I hope you're all well and having an incredible day as always. And yes, we're talking about the latest and greatest decentralized application to launch on the Flare network. So this is Flamix, and as you can see here, a new era for perpetuals on the Flare network. And I was going to run you through this entire Medium article, but we're fortunate enough to have a bit of a summary over on X. So if we go up here, this is the thread that the Flare team have recently announced. And we're going to go through this. We're going to talk about a little demo and show you basically what this platform is and the opportunities that it can bring you as an investor. So you've seen the announcement. Now let's break down what Flamix Trade unlocks for decentralized finance on the Flare network. Flamix gives Flare users a new way to access global markets directly by enabling them to trade perpetuals up to 500x leverage with any token as collateral. These will soon include LP tokens, staking derivatives, and even meme coins. So just as a bit of a heads up here, 500x leverage is insane, right? This is a one-stop way to get yourself liquidated, and I wouldn't recommend anyone leveraging 500x, especially with meme coins. So basically, leverage is a way that you can multiply your potential profits, but also your potential losses too. It's extremely risky, and if you are going to be playing around with leverage, I would say keep it very low multiples. So, allowing users to use any asset as collateral serves two main functions. It brings added utility to all tokens on the Flare network, and it boosts the range for DeFi opportunities on Flare, and we know that this is a key focus for Flare moving forward. Key features for traders: using tokens as collateral without having to sell them, trading crypto, foreign exchange markets, and commodities with up to 500x leverage. And finally, collateral price shifts don't instantly push you into liquidation. So just as a high level here, what does it mean to be liquidated? Basically, let's say that you place a bet on the price of Bitcoin going up and the price actually goes down. You've provided collateral, and if the price goes in the opposite direction to what you're betting on, you will be underwater to such an extent that the protocol actually takes the collateral out of the system and your trade is officially closed. One thing to note here that I'm particularly interested in is that this gives you, perpetuals that is, gives you the opportunity to short the market. Now, I have no interest in shorting the cryptocurrency market right now, but when things get really exciting and euphoric, it's always nice to have this decentralized application in the back pocket to have that option open. Moving along here, key features for liquidity providers. Single asset pools without impermanent loss risk. You have multiple fee streams from trading, funding, and the liquidation fees. And finally, balanced exposure via smart funding rates. Flamix also has a dual reward system where users can gain points to earn 1, RFLR points, which as we know are part of the reward Flare emissions, and these will be used to determine a user's RFLR rewards at the end of each reward epoch, which lasts 1 month. You can also earn Flamix points, which are long-term rewards that will stack until the Flamix token launches. So I imagine these points will be essentially redeemed for the actual token once it does launch at a specific ratio. Both Flamix and its dual reward system are live on Flare today. To begin, all you have to do is go to the website, connect your wallet, deposit funds, and start trading or providing liquidity. And as I said, we are going to be going over a demo from the Scepter team in just a short moment. So moving on to their website here, this has just recently launched, so this is why the volume is somewhat low at the moment. I'm sure this is going to grow over time. And if you scroll down here, built for real traders, any token is collateral, fire mode, which is 250 to 500x leverage. Again, that's definitely not recommended. Up and down options. This gives you the option to bet bullish on the market or bearish on the market, which you cannot do when you are spot trading. You've got collateral price protection, points for every trade, and this is both the Flare points, RFLR rewards, and also the Flamix points as well. And this is native to the Flare network. So you may be wondering about this application and what it is powered by, and that is the Lynx protocol. And I'm going to talk about that in just a moment, but let's talk about this. Fuel the fire, earn the heat. You can be the counterparty, so you can provide liquidity and earn fees, and this is something that you may want to do with your assets, or you may just want to be part of the trading. Either way, there are opportunities here to earn. Scrolling down, you can list your token if you have a native token of your own, and yes, the Flamix token, which will be launching in the very near future. What are the use cases? Flamix will use a vote escrow model, lock tokens to get the Flamix, and you can earn Flamix by trading, LPing, and supporting the ecosystem. So we don't know too much about this asset right now. Currently, it's just going to be a number in a database that accrues as you participate in this decentralized application, but I'm sure we will be hearing more about that in the near future. So as I said, this is powered by Lynx Trusted Engine. So this has already been deployed, this protocol, on various other chains, although the Flare variant is somewhat different because it does utilize the Flare Time Series Oracle, the FTSO. What does the application look like? Well, this is the landing screen. This is where you can trade. And as I said, you can go long or you can go short. You can bet bullish on the market, saying that you believe the price to go up, and you can also believe or bet or place a trade that the market will go down. Again, this is very important. This is the thing that I will be personally using if I am going to be interacting with this application in a meaningful way. Now, one thing that I will say is that they do have a referral scheme if you are interested in that. If you do want to join and support the channel, I will be leaving a link down in the description where you can get started and start interacting with the Flamix app. So I'm actually going to leave the demo for the professionals from the Scepter team, but what we're going to do here is we're going to have a quick peek at Lynx, which is, again, this Perpetual's decentralized exchange protocol. They have almost 18,000 followers and they are pretty popular. And if you go to their website, you can see that they have actually launched on numerous networks. And yeah, it's interesting and quite reassuring to know that this is a battle-tested protocol, and again with some modifications to enhance it through Flare's native data acquisition protocols, that being the FTSO, the Flare Time Series Oracle. So with that out of the way, I am going to hand you over to the demo, which features a member of the Flamix team and also from the Scepter team, where they go through the application in a lot of detail. And if you want to watch this whole presentation, I will be leaving a link down to Scepter Liquid Staking's YouTube channel below, where you can watch it in its entirety.
So we spoke about the way that it's working. Everything is on chain, right? So it's not like some other apps that you're using a Binance order book to trade or anything like that. Everything that you see is on chain. Let's start by basically supplying liquidity into the system. This is the first step. You can either do that from here or from your portfolio page. So let's deposit some SFLR because, this is the... So you see that we're putting the amount. It's very, very quick to deposit the asset. You can see also that you have native balance in case you don't, and then, you cannot deposit.
Yeah, regular Flare, right?
You just use FLR to deposit, right, as for gas. So now what we're actually doing is we're depositing SFLR. Let's do that. And behind the scene, the system is generating, we call it chips, which is tokens that are only being used on Flamix, right? So you see that currently I have in my wallet, on my normal wallet, on my Rabi wallet, I have this amount of tokens, and inside the app I have this amount of token because I just deposited more. I also have some FLR. So anyway, this is the first step. You can also very easily withdraw anything that is available. And once you have assets in the system, you can either provide liquidity or trade, right? Let's start. If you have any questions, feel free to stop me. Right. So we just deposited liquidity into the system. Now we can provide liquidity if we want. You can see that we already have some assets inside the liquidity pools, around 100,000 FLR, 100,000 SFLR, and $2,000 in USDT 0. I don't have any liquidity in the liquidity pools, but I can supply liquidity like anyone else can. This is the FLR pool. Let's apply to the SFLR. So, second, we have an exchange rate and so on. Perfect. So you can see that we're now depositing SFLR into the liquidity pool, which means that we're going to be the counterparty for traders as part of this liquidity pool. This is in process, as you can see. Usually it takes 1 hour, but we prefer to write 12 hours just in case. It's based on epochs. I don't want to go into the technical details too much. But in about 1 hour, my liquidity will be part of the liquidity pool. And it will be used for traders that are using SFLR as counterparty for those traders. So anyone that's going to win from this liquidity pool, part of my SFLR are going to be used for that. And of course, if anyone is losing, the other side, it's important to say that it's not a risk-free game, right? When you supply liquidity, you are the counterparty for traders, which means that if traders are doing well, the liquidity providers are going to lose. And if traders are losing, the liquidity providers are going to earn, right? Cool. Cool. So this is one part. Most traders, most users are not going to play with this part of the app too much, but it's important to be aware.
I guess this is somewhat similar to a liquidity pool on a DEX, right? Not entirely, but it's somewhat similar.
All right, but we don't have impermanent loss, right? Which is nice. Because it's a single-side liquidity pool. When you want to remove, again, you need to wait 1 hour usually, but up to 12 hours. You're basically absorbing the P&L of traders.
Okay.
Cool. So now this is the interesting part of the app, in which you can use the asset that you deposited and use them as collateral for perpetual trading. So let's use SFLR. We're choosing the exposure that we want to get. You can see that we have FLR, Sol, BNB, ETH, and Bitcoin. We're going to add more. So you're going to be able to get exposure to XRP and Doge and basically any asset that we have an Oracle to and we want to list. You can see that for FLR, the leverage is limited to 100x because of basically managing risk. For ETH and Bitcoin, it's up to 500x.
Okay.
So for the
what does that mean for our viewers?
Of course. So let's look at Bitcoin, right? So we're putting the collateral. Let's put 200 SFLR. And then we're choosing, we already choose the exposure. We're choosing the leverage anywhere between 2x and 500x. let's talk about the 500x, or basically anywhere above 250x.
Yep.
We call it fire mode. Okay, in fire mode, we don't have opening fee, we don't have closing fee, we do have performance fee. And we have a small spread that you can see here. So you can see that the entry price is a little bit different than the current price. Right, you can see it. We can choose stop loss and take profit. And the idea is that you're only paying if you are winning the trade. We do have a minimum cost for trade. So let's say that you closed your position very quickly and you didn't earn anything or didn't lose anything, so you will still pay this fee. Right? It's like infrastructure cost. This is the performance fee. Okay, so this is cat mode. Obviously, we also have the normal mode in which you're paying a open fee and close fee, right? Okay. But let's talk about the cat mode a little bit. So let's put a stop loss. We don't have to. Let's put a take profit. Now, what happens behind the scene is when we're putting 200 SFLR, the liquidity pool is putting aside 200 SFLR multiplied by the take profit. And the idea is that no matter what happens, we have enough SFLR to pay the trader.
Yeah.
Because we know the maximum loss of the liquidity pool, which in this case is 200 SFLR. Okay. And you can see that we have some caps and anyway, some info if it's interesting for you to see. But let's open a trade. Cool. In here you can see some more info. Very interesting part. You're getting flare points and Flamix points for every trade that you're doing.
Yeah.
We'll talk about those 2 point system. And let's open a trade.
All right. So I'm sure people are wondering, okay, so I chose 500 times. What does that mean?
This is what it's. You see, we just opened the trade and we're already earning or losing very quickly, the amounts. So basically what it means is that every price movement of Bitcoin, we're going to get, for 1%, our position is going to be changed by 500%, right? Okay. So you see that we have take profit and stop loss on the graph. So obviously we will not get, a 1% movement because before that the position is going to get closed. But this is basically what it means, right? If we're on 100x, so 1% means 1% change in the Bitcoin price means 100% change in our profit or loss.
Okay. Yes.
So the idea of 500x is this position is going to get closed very quickly.
Yeah.
By the way, we have 1 minute that you cannot close or do anything to the position. It's a safety reason. Now you can update your stop loss and take profit if you want. You can share your position. It's a different tab. Sorry, it's this tab. You can share it on Twitter. You see, this is the collateral that you used and etc.
Yes.
You can get more info about the position. And if we want, we can close the position or just wait for the take profit or stop loss that we entered. We're getting points. We spoke about it. We can look at the point section of the app.
Okay.
So once the position will get closed, we will get points. We have 2 active point system. First one is we're part of the RFLR point system, right?
Yeah.
Reward system.
Yeah.
So people that are going to use the app are going to get points for basically anything that they are doing. So we have 3 sections of way to get points. The first one is trading volume. So basically, this is eligible for trades that are below 250x. right? So whenever you're doing a trade of below 250x, you're getting points for trading volume. This is for absolute P&L. So every USD value, basically every win or loss that you're doing, you're getting points. It's absolute P&L, so we don't care if you're winning or losing. And this is for providing liquidity. You're getting 10% of what the pool did, right? So if the FLR pool did 1,000 points, 100 points are going to the liquidity providers.
Okay, and these points, what they are then translated at some point into our Flare.
Exactly. So at the end of the first epoch, the first epoch that we're part of, right, which ends on September 29, we're going to give traders or liquidity providers the pro rata number of points that they're RFLR that they're eligible to.
Yeah, I'm guessing the number of points is a percentage of the total number of points earned and not a direct representation of the amount of R flare you're getting, or am I missing?
You're right. There is no connection between the number of points to the number of. Obviously, there is a connection, but
it's a percentage. It's a percentage question, and you don't know exactly what that percentage is at the moment.
Exactly, you're right. You do know the percentage. You don't know the number of RFLR that Flare are giving Flamix traders, right?
Okay.
So you will know that you have we are going to show it soon, to be honest, another that's going to show your percentages, and then you will know what is your percentage out of the total.
Okay. Yes, I got it. I just want to prevent people from saying like, hey, I should get this much RFLR based on this many points.
Exactly. So you see this trader is the first trader. By the way, it's not. It's being updated about every 2 hours. I think I need to check with the dev team.
Okay, so it's not real time.
Almost real time, right? This got updated 2 hours ago.
Yeah. All right.
So you see this trader. We just started it today, the point system. So this is going to be started today and finished on September 29. At the same time, you're getting also Flamix point. So for each trade that you are doing, you're getting 2 types of points. One is for Flare, one is for Flamix.
Yes. What are Flamix points and what do they represent?
So the idea of Flamix point, hopefully, it's going to represent a part of the Flamix token, right?
Okay.
So it's basically the way to be part of Flamix. We understand that if we want to be a real DeFi protocol, we need the community to have skin in the game, right?
Yes. Yeah. So it's a representation of tokens you might get later when that token is launched.
Exactly. You see that we have a start date, but we don't have an end date.
Yeah.
So season 1 of Flamix is going to be longer than Flare.
Understood.
A bit complex maybe, but we hope that it's going to become clearer as we move forward.
I play RPGs. I think I can deal with this. It's
we're DeFi persons, right? Everything is complex.
Yeah. There are points and counters and things everywhere. You just have to sort of like,
Yeah. We need to add the percentages, and then it will be clear.
Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Okay, so those are the points. We went through trades, liquidity, and portfolio. I guess we've seen the entire app.
Just earned, by the way, 200 SFLR from the liquidity pool, which is nice with the trade that we opened, right?
The one with 500x that already closed because it gets there so quickly. Nice.
Yeah. The idea, is for people that like to play. Then we also have it for people that, want a longer, I guess, time exposure.
Yeah.
And then they can just, do 2x, 4x, whatever they want.
Yeah. All right, you can choose whatever you want there. I mean,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
and I guess like a simple rule is the higher you go, the faster it goes.
Yeah, you are right. We are working on a new feature which is going to be up-down options. We still need to figure out how to do it with the Oracle, but it's something nice that it's going to happen as well, in which it's time-based options that you're basically saying, okay, I think that the price of FLR is going to be above the current price in 5 minutes from now, right? It's not live yet on Flare. It's going to be live hopefully quite soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. You know, the higher the leverage, the quicker your position. You know, the less time your position is going to hold.
Yeah, because you only need a couple of small trades to happen somewhere, and
Exactly.
5x is the percentage. So one thing that we haven't discussed yet, and a lot of people will know, but some people will still be like, what is that long short stuff? Can you explain both long and short?
Of course. So when we are long, which you know, from our data, most people want to be long, you're basically betting that the price of Bitcoin or you know whatever asset that you choose is going up. Right. So if you're long and you're putting your assets and you know and Bitcoin is going up, you're earning. If Bitcoin goes down, you're losing. And if you're short, so you think that the price of Bitcoin is going down.
Yeah.
So
okay,
you
so
know,
this is your bet on where it will go. Basically, you're not allowed to say betting, maybe, but anyway,
exposure. Right? You think that
Yeah.
the exposure of Bitcoin is going up, so
Yeah.
sorry, not the exposure, the price. So you're putting long.
All right.
If you think that Bitcoin is going down, you're putting short. So yeah, this is you know the idea of the app.
Yeah, and then I also note, or I guess based on what you just said, most people want to go long. That makes clear that an order book might be a problem.
Yes, so order book, the way we see it, there are a few problems. You know, obviously there are also advantages to order book, but the disadvantages there are few. First of all, you need the market maker, which is usually a third party, you know, company that you need to work with, and they need to provide the offers, like to be the other part, because otherwise the spread will be very high, right?
Yeah. So the company would provide let's say that everybody wants to go long. That means that the company has to provide offers on the short.
Exactly. Otherwise, the price will start to move. And I think the biggest disadvantage of order book is certainty, right? You are not sure if your position is going to be closed, in which price your position is going to get opened. There could be, you know, if there is not a lot of liquidity, maybe there is cascadian liquidations in the order book. And also there could be spoofing. We see it on centralized exchanges. So maybe you see like, you know, prices on the order book, but they can go away very quickly. So I think that for you know, I wouldn't say I guess for non-professional traders, order book is quite complex.
Yeah.
Here you have, you know, the price that you're getting because it's from order book. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter how big your position is. You're going to get the same price.
Because you're only part anyway of the entire order, so to speak, because your opposite is the liquidity pool.
Exactly. We're getting a price from an oracle, right?
Yeah.
The oracle doesn't care how big the position is.
No, obviously not. Yeah.
They give us a price. It's you know, it's so it's a bit different, basically.
Yeah.
So that is pretty much the video, guys. I really do appreciate you all for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you have not already. Have yourself an incredible day, and until next time, I'm out.
Mission Control, we have liftoff.